Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo. This is our wonderful Anbennar campaign. At the end of the last episode we took a little bit of a risk, a little bit of a gamble. We already have a coalition problem because we yoinked the Imperial capital over here. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Why not give ourselves an even worse coalition problem? And I declared war on our allies to the south with subjugation CB. And even with a subjugation CB, it costs 100% for enforced vassalage? What's the point? What? Maybe it costs 200% if it's not part of the CB. I thought it cost half when in a subjugation CB. I thought it was the whole point of a subjugation CB. So yeah, this is problematic. Even if we had zero aggressive expansion, most of these people would join against us. So we can only end this war. I'm going to stop spying on them. We can only end this war if we have improved relations with a large number of people to such an extent that even when they take the hit of 83 aggressive expansion, oh my god, their opinion is still not negative. That's what we need to do. We also ideally would have secured a big ally before this. Are there any big people that would have been willing? You? Relatively big. Well, you know, maybe this will go terribly, but we're going to give it a go. Also, we have 200 relations with our subjects now, which means if I had 400 ducats, we could do that first one. There we go. Plumwell. The first thing we noticed when presented with Plumwell was her beauty. Flowing brown curls with streaks of purple, and so on. The woman is intoxicating, apparently. Okay, we could get a spy master. We could remove our consort and bring her in. Interesting. Or we could do nothing. Lest she distract and drunken us all. Why would I do this? Is the next one down easier if we do this? I don't think I'm going to do that. I mean, why would I... The stats of your consort so rarely matter. And then this one, we need 200 opinion. To complete it, we need the marketplace to have finished building. And then we can do it. And it doesn't cost any money. Good. Now I think we can probably afford a state interaction. And I know what we need. We need a magnificent feast. And then we also need to cast the ruler spell. Maybe I can do that one right away. Diplomats. We urgently need this. And anything else we can do to decrease aggressive expansion is very much vital. The other thing we need to do is not complete the war goal so that we don't get the ticking war score from Call for Peace, if that's still how it works. I'm not going to go to great lengths to stop my vassals from completing the war goal, because that just seems tedious. But we need this war to drag on, because we need to make people like us. So, this is a seriously, bold is an interesting word. Silly, maybe another one. We need to start going down this list and making sure that all of these people like us by like plus 100, basically. And then hopefully, when we finish this war, they like us so much that they're not prepared to join a coalition against us. That's the idea. Let's see if we can pull it off. I don't know if we can. Succession war in Sugumba. Okay. We don't help rebel scum. We would never. We just invade. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to not even occupy my provinces myself. I'm going to really try and conserve money, conserve manpower. I'm going to take out one more loan so that we can cast a spell with our powerful magisters. Although, hang on. If they were... We need the magisters to be more influential. How can I achieve that? There really isn't a good way. I could give them a monopoly on Dame's tier, get no money, no income from Dame's tier. Well, it seems like you already get no income from Dame's tier, so I don't really quite understand what's going on there. Interest per annum down because of the main office. That's sick. That's very cool. Yeah, I'm not really understanding why what is going on here. Oh, it's just the level of devastation. Yeah, I don't really understand why this is making no money. But human migrants arrive. Okay, so yes, when you get the migrants, it does give you monarch points. So we should be prioritizing getting the doing the events that give us that. Cool. Well, it's a shame that we didn't manage to get the peaceful path with these guys, because this is a crazy amount of aggressive expansion. But we'll see what we can do with bestowing Imperial Grace. If we have to, we can help that way. I just need them to get 1% more. Oh, and I need to do this. What do I need to do this by? Not for 20 years. We're okay. I just don't see a good way. I don't want to give them this. Monthly military power down. We might do this eventually, when we don't have a battle mage ourselves, but for now, I guess we just go for it. Giving us the extra Diplo slot as well is... Diplomat slot, rather. I am going to just drill on the border as well, because I still want to get those other ones completed. Alright, there we go. If we have 200% and 10% in the node, we do have that. We do have that. Good. Okay, so we get a naval reformer, and we could have an admiral. No, that's fine. Nice. And we got the moderate tolerance increase of elves. What are we looking like on elves these days? Elves still at coexistence. Haven't quite got up to integrated yet. I don't know how much it's... Again, I just have no idea how much it's going to take. And next, we just need Diplo Rep of 3 and 100 Diplo power. And we can inherit them all, which would be great. And yeah, our questioned emperorship, whatever it's called, down to not that bad. What is our Diplo Rep these days? Yeah, it's really not great. But without the overextension and without the studying magic, we'd be up to 2.5. So 2.5 plus one, sorry, wrong thing, one advisor. That's enough to fire this. Nice. All Alex Vassal provinces get Demarian prosperity. Nice. Local prosperity growth too. Cool. Speaking of which, up to what, 54%? Cool. But yeah, I'm going to drag out this war. I'm not in a hurry. And we'll see what we can do. We have obviously taken out a bunch of loans to make this happen. You know what I should have done? Taken out the loans from the merchant guilds. Let's do that now. And then pay back the high interest ones. Doesn't actually save you any interest now I think about it, so that was a dumb idea too. I forgot that your interest is due the second you take out the loan. Which I've heard people describe as very silly in the past. But that is how it works in, I mean, not in this fantasy world potentially, but that is how it worked historically. If you, well, not quite, but they basically, the way that they got round the restrictions on usury was by basically saying, well, you've got to pay a late fee. If you don't pay back your loan in time, you're going to charge you a late fee. And then if you paid back your loan on time, they were like, what the hell are you doing? Don't you know we're trying to do usury? But, yeah. Everyone go siege. Shouldn't have taken out those loans. Oh well. Wasted the interest on those new loans. Hey, we're back up above 20% Crownland though, finally. That's good. That's very good. When can we next seize land, by the way? Next year? Wow, we're not going to be able to do it next year. So we are definitely still going to be at war next year. I don't think the Pretender Rebels winning actually matters. So maybe I'll just go and steal their siege progress once they make some headway. Just going to quickly take those guys out, hop back over here, and resume training. I know it's weird that we're training, by the way. It's because we need 5 army professionalism for the mission tree. That's why. Still can't quite start coring the other port. We also need to upgrade some of these ports eventually for the age objective. Would be good. As long as we're staying ahead on military tech, we're in a good spot there. And yes, it's definitely time to focus Diplo. Especially because I think the next idea group we get is going to be Diplo as well. You guys are suffering some attrition. Not a fan. What is the weight, supply weight of this army? Pretty slightly reduced at least. Yeah. Good. This drilling on the border thing is just really funny to me for some reason. We're actually just stabbing their country across the border. Look. That's how you get them. I didn't stop recording. No, I did. Okay, good. This is a new episode. Good. Glanced across and saw the stream uptime. Confused it with the episode length. Okay, what could we do? I'm trying to think. What on earth could we do? Stellan, help me out. I'd love help with my diplomats, please. Because we... Where's the improve relations bonus in here? In the next one, yeah. I could really do with benign diplomats. Stellan, please. Send me 500 Diplo points, please. That would be nice. Oh, you know what? We really mustn't let these guys win, because if they win... Ooh, rising support. Nice. If these guys win, they'll they inherit the troops. 25? Also 500. There is a zealot. Excuse me? He's meant to be a mage. Air is a powerful mage. I guess it only triggers when we die. Okay, don't panic. But I'm still kind of worried. Isra, are we going to be able to get you to like me enough that you won't trigger it? I don't think we are, you know. But they're one of the more powerful people, so I am going to try. You're a subject, not a ally, right? Yeah. 14%. I think Stellan will go do it for us. Unlawful territory. Dane's crown. Is it a big deal? No. Oh, yes, it is. Adramari Temple no longer exists now. You killed one of the temples to the gods, Dane's crown? Dane's crown, surely you're not going to care about it. You're so far north. It's a long list. Oh, dear. Remind me how this works. Oh, sorry, I was misreading this. It's not that they're going to gain 71. Okay, so this is not as bad as I thought. It's that they currently have the number on the... No, they're going to gain the number on the left, which will result in the number in the right. That's right. Dane's Crown is not on this list. At least I didn't see him. One more check before I ruin myself here. Yeah, I don't see him. Dane's Crown, give that land back. You can't just go around destroying temples. Oh, I'm going to say no. Because province value distance between borders and they claim it. Their opinion of us gives plus 11. So we're not going to be able to get it back off the with opinion. Not prepared to spend my imperial authority asking for something that someone's going to refuse. So we've got, as long as we can get someone's opinion above 70. So yeah, it's easier to calculate than I was thinking based on my first reading of that. I wrong. Oh, come on, man. Based on my first reading of that tooltip. We just have to get people's opinion of us above 71. And then doing this won't trigger them to join a coalition. So to be safe, we should probably get them above like 90 if possible. We'll see how it goes. Okay. I was just finally getting some stuff. Long-term grudges come to fruition. One of the most alien aspects of Doran culture is their concept of long-term grudges. They have a notorious fame for being easily offended. That goes in the book, etc., etc. 30 Diplo point, third power to... This will increase to integrated. Ooh. Yeah. Let's do that. I want the Diplo points for other things, but I also want them to be integrated. Why isn't this place making any money? Yeah, look at that. Integrated. Nice. What does accepted give you on a Dwarven minority? Who has an accepted dwarven minority I can look at? Oh, there's so many halflings living in this region. Majorities. Cool. Dwarves, dwarves, dwarves. Weren't there some here? Yeah. No. There's the half-elvens. I swear there was some dwarves living in a minority around here. There's some? No, they're primary. Where are you, dwarvy boys? Dwarfy boys, I guess. Near the hold? Ah, can't find any non-integrated dwarves. Never mind. I'm pretty sure it means we get no extra unrest. It's one of the main things. Good stuff. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's called 88. Probably good enough. 73 is not good enough, but it's going up by 5 a year because of old stuff ticking down. Declared war on neighbor, -10 opinion. Is that a new thing? I feel like that's a new thing. Yeah, even these small guys matter because, you know, that 10,000 base manpower really adds up when 30 of them join a coalition all at once. Ooh, hello. Having another secession crisis, are you? Ooh, notably. A library helps research power. Nice. Be nice if you were to die. You have a powerful ruler, only 16, so not good odds. We're going to get call for peace soon at this rate. I could tell my guys to stop sieging, but I don't know, it seems cheesy, doesn't it? We should have to live with our mistakes. Which I'm not convinced where it was a mistake, but I also am going to need to spend this stability. Maybe I should get rid of the courtiers of adventure. They really do pump up the stuff. Now, pro tip, if you're trying to cheese it, like I just said I wasn't, if you want to avoid call for peace killing you, the call for peace penalty increases every month that the enemy has unconditionally surrendered or that call for peace has been active. Faster if they have unconditionally surrendered. So if you want it to not increase as fast, but it resets every time you sign a peace deal. So if they have secondary participants that you can peace out, do so. But wait, don't do so early. Do so when you need to reduce the size of the call for peace penalty. And it will work greatly to your advantage. So I should have looked at this. Your effective... it doesn't show... On hovering here, it doesn't show the impact of the pips, I don't think. You can see the impact of the pips by the fact that that was an instant 2-phase stack wipe. But doesn't literally show it. Let's just kill these separatists just so that we don't get any of our future subjects breaking free. Although, I mean, swing the roundabouts, right? Because if they were free, they wouldn't be part of the aggressive expansion we're about to munch on. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Vern's opinion high enough. How about you? Yeah, it'll be close. Moonhaven's not happening. Ishalor, we've already done our best. You would be worth trying. This guy's back. Keep him drilling. 4.8. Almost finally able to stop drilling for a bit here. Drilling is obviously good generally, but I feel like our economy needs our help more than our professionalism does. Good stuff. I feel like we've got a lot of magical progress recently. It's been nice. Isn't there a way to make lower your aggressive expansion with something? None of these seem any good. Let's have a look. Illusion, maybe? Glamour. Ooh, Diplo rep. Nice. That's interesting. Loads of Diplo rep potentially from Illusion. We should maybe look into that. Transmutation? Don't think so. Abjuration is all just military stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Sosification. Conjuration? Selected country gets a boost, which could be useful in a pinch, but not useful generally. Is it this one? No, you get improved relations, but less Diplo rep. Stability increase, but less Diplo rep. All power costs, but less Diplo rep. That's interesting. Law Seeker. That's... The cost of these, I guess if it weren't as crazy high, it would be bad, but... Foresight. You get 1 year of all power costs by 33%, which is cool, but I mean, yeah. Or for your whole life, you become useless. All power costs plus 66%, yearly agility -1, and you lose all stats. The problem with those 1% things is I like gambling when, you know, when it's lose a bit or gain a bit. When it's just like your ruler becomes unusable. That seems a little harsh, don't you think? By the way, our military advisor has arrived. He thinks we shouldn't have gone with the coalition. Don't you, buddy? A little bit of sleep in your eye there, buddy. Oh, the vampire handles were successful, buddy. Let's deal with that. Say Empire Ashes are good for alchemy, aren't they? 10 prestige. Nice. Ooh, faceting. Gems are now produced in B-Peak, and the price of gems goes up. Cool. Is this fort? Oh, that's not a fort. That's the great project. Right. 91 should do on opinion. You seem ripe for improving. Getting very close on this, by the way. In fact, we're there. Let's go. So now we just need this set. With you, 150 relations, and we need a diplomat, which I need anyway. That's look very expensive. I have to do it, and I can't do it now because I have to have sent them a gift. Oh no! I can't send them a gift because you can't send a gift when you have loans. And when you have a deficit. I think at the end of the month we'd be able to. Okay, so now we should be able to send the gift. Some rebels over in the capital. No surprises there. Be able to deal with them before they take the province. You can have this gift from this guy. Just a little 25 ducat gift. More rose electors. Yes, we get 10 trust and a mercenary company that doesn't cost Iron Professional, which is going to be very nice. Oops. Boom. And now, to corner the Moon Electors, we need at least 5 Iron Professionalism. Excuse me! I guess it's rounding up and it tracks Iron Professionalism in more digits than makes any sense. And then we need a spy network in Istralor and Moonhaven. Okay, so we'll do that right after this war. Ideally. Elven Bridge. Oh, that's part of Estralor. You. Let's improve with you. Get these guys en route. Start paying the troops again. I really don't want to go into debt. You know what? We don't need these forts right now. We could just... I'm really cutting corners here. Just very slightly underpay the men, and now go back to not paying them at all. And we go over to deal with these rebels. You should probably not be on the front line if you have no morale, but there's basically no enemy army, so... You know what? We're probably not going to need to wait that long. Let's get some money off this guy. Just to put us a little bit further away from actual debt. Silver, improving with you. Improving with you. Already over 90 with you. 72 rather, is not enough to be comfortable. Approaching the next diplomat and the 25% improved relations that come with it. It's pretty great. What are we at right now? Plus 77. That is pretty freaking good. With that new idea, we're going to have aggressive expansion going away at double the rate that it normally is. We've got so many good magical study events. It's nice. Very nice. Alright, 1 tick of morale should be more than enough. get them down. Yeah, lots of unrest. Just because of the overextension and the integration of the refugees and so on. And yeah, so apparently our professionalism is not quite high enough. So I'll just do a little bit more drilling. Probably just 1 tick of drilling will be plenty, I imagine. Let's take a look. Yep, good. Now you can both stop, and I can turn off that fort. Well, no, I really should pay for it. This fort in this province can be mothballed by this interface or by the mothball will never be mothballed. Is that new? I don't think I remember that button existing. Okay, so I guess I should just be worrying about the big people, right? So is West Ham on this list? Woodwell is. So let's work on Woodwell. Good stuff. And we're probably only going to peace out when Call for Peace kicks in. And then from there, the chips fall where they may. There's our diplomat and our 25%. That is kind of crazy, right? 101% improved relations. Obviously, part of it is temporary, but 26% of the negatives are also temporary. So, you know, it's pretty good. Goruvia, I do not want you joining against me because you are big. And no spoilers, but again, I did see something when I played as them in order to look at the map. I'm doing some prep for my D&D character earlier. Something that makes me not keen on being their enemy, let's say. Lenin's Pa is a funky name. How about you? Can I improve relations with you enough? Probably not. You're gonna hate me for a while. I should really have got a claim before going for this city, right? But, you know, the earlier we get it, the earlier it starts making money for us. Need to work on these halflings and gnomes' tolerance. If we're gonna try and unite the Empire, we need to unite all its peoples, not just the humans. Okay. We are overdue on seizing land as well, which I never like. Some separatists coming over here. We'll deal with them soon. Right. I think we're going to survive this. And it's fine that it will cause us to not be able to take any land for a while, because it's a big get, right? We did intentionally increase the size of this subject. That was when I thought, you know, we were going to be able to get more, be able to get it without aggressive expansion, but still. Rebels defeated. A good thing we didn't support the rebels then. Who rose up to take her throne. Despite saying no name, she did mention in a speech she won't forget about any foreign powers that helped the traitors. Good thing we didn't support the rebels then. Yes, plus 20 relations. Feels like the kind of event that could use a sanity check condition. Like, are you currently at war? Why aren't you guys attacking this army, by the way? Is it because you're just set to siege? You literally won't do anything except siege? I guess that's the case. Ishalor, yeah, I really don't want you to join. This temple could do some improving. You're at 85. 61. Can I get you any higher? I could get you a little higher. Cool. Yeah, it was the fact that they were unaggressive. Oh, I love that these guys have a mage commander, I assume, because they have 7. But we gained the ward against evil, CB, against the magisterium. Excuse me? Their realm and ruler is unequivocally evil and an enemy of the world, and so to protect the world we must liberate the peoples under their grip. Witch kings and rulers with broken facades such as vampires and liches are considered evil. War goal is to take their capital. Excuse me? They're my ally. What does this get you? 75% aggressive expansion and 50% cost for remove evil ruler. I think this should not give you stability hits. Is he a lich or what? He's a sinner. Infernal Court. That seems bad. We don't have a dominant faith, I guess. That's they're freaking devil worshippers. I assume that's what the Infernal Court is. Are there any tooltips on what this religion means? Yeah. Pantheon composed of gods who sided with Agrados in the Gods' War and were sent to the lower planes by Castillos after his victory. Followers, called Infernalists, tend to venerate the Infernal Court not out of piety, but in exchange for raw power. Oh, crap. That seems problematic. Okay. I'm just going to kind of roll with it. Just improve relations with them a bit. You never know. Maybe we should raw power. Does sound fun. What actual bonuses does this religion give? Tolerance of the true faith +2 and 15% less war score versus other religions. That's really good if you were trying to do like a big conquest campaign. Ah, this mod, it really, the only problem I have is pronouncing the names. If the names were more kind of either anglicized or francophone, I feel like I would have more luck pronouncing them, and then it would be good. But apart from that, I'm really excited. Like, there's lots of interesting campaigns that I can see myself doing, which I am looking forward to. It's fun. It's cool and it's fun. I could do with that province. I keep thinking about conquering all these new provinces. It's got 27 development. Don't do that, Christo. Down. Oh dear. We can probably go speed 4 while we're just waiting on aggressive expansion. You know what else we could do? It would be hilarious. We could declare war on Goward right now. We totally could. We totally could. It would be an okay moment. Oh dear. It would be a bad idea. We need to make sure the coalition doesn't form, because there's 2 reasons it cannot form. There aren't enough people to want to form it, or they think that us plus our allies are strong enough for them to not form it. But they will form it if they think that they plus our current war enemies are strong enough, even if those war enemies are not part of the coalition and would not join the coalition. So we're going to be a bit cautious, a bit careful. So without studying magic, we would be able to annex our subjects. Any other way we could get 1 Diplo rep? We don't have any. It's illusion that gives you the glamour skill. Yeah. Oh, we're still going to be studying magic for ages. Maybe I stop studying magic so that I can complete this mission. A sizable fleet will appear. Nice. But we don't need to hurry to do this. Having the vassals is currently making our army overinflated and they're paying for them. And then I'm not in a hurry to get hey, Blood Wine campaign minus 20% aggressive expansion. Well, sorry, minus 10. I mean, that's useful. That is useful. Rebuild Abencost. You have to have a bunch of these people liking us and being free cities and having some money, and then they get tax buildings and production buildings and manpower buildings, and they like you, and you get less stuff. Cool. Yeah, I don't think we rush. I don't think we rush this. I think we focus on the war at hand. And we need to get Goward done, just because at some I assume at some point, don't tell me chat if I'm wrong, please. I assume at some point there's, or if I'm right, I assume at some point there's going to be a reformation, which slows down your imperial authority growth, like in vanilla. In which case we will wish that we had got as much as possible before that happened. there's the unconditional surrender. So, yeah, the war exhaustion will start to tick up. I think it's by... I can't remember how fast it ticks up, but as soon as it starts being a big deal, I will be piecing out. And we will see. Excuse me. 0.2. So is it an extra 0.02 per month? I think it might be. Well, we obviously don't want to take too much here, but just a little bit more. Just a little bit more improved relations. I think is worth it. But it does ramp up real fast once the unconditional. Do I need... I still do need the stability, don't I? Yeah. Now we're no longer overextended. I want the prosperity, man. Oh, Jesus. Please tell me they re-elected us. They did. Oh, okay. That's a problem, because we might be able to face the coalition, and we just lost our really good general. Okay, well... Missing localization. We gain a ruler modifier based on our current reputation within the Empire. Okay. We did get powerful mage, so that's good. We still have questioned electorship. I guess that was just re-upping that, maybe? Soft approach. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was just this being re-upped. We died. Well, I sure am glad we didn't turn on the Magisterium thinking, oh, it's okay, we'll just get someone else to vote for us in short order. Because that would have been disastrous. We have a much worse ruler now. We do get 10 free Imperial Authority, which is nice. And we are still a mage. So, cross your fingers. A ruler, given military contest, increased chance of dying even if long-lived or immortal. Yeah, but he's still got a shock. Not as good as it was. Not even close to as good as it was. But still, pretty freaking good. And he did get the powerful mage thing, which is great. We are now, of course, not eligible, so got to be careful. No letting that guy die. Now we can choose a new deity. I really think... monthly admin power, especially now that he's worse. He's a zealot and a powerful mage. Who synergizes with that? What did we ever establish what the aligned personalities did? Chat, if you know that, I don't mind being told that one. That would be useful to know. Morale of armies and shock damage does align. Oh, the Diplo rep. No, yeah, we need the Diplo rep. Perfect. Yes. So now we only need a little bit more legitimacy, and then we can complete that mission. Sweet. Okay. As his first act, Laurent, what's his name? Lothane IV is going to strike out and declare a peace. A peace that will have the peoples of the land be a little displeased with me. I think I am going to just go for this. I don't think there's any particular reason to hold off. Them being subjects does strengthen my army in the short term, but I think it's worth doing. Boom. We have inherited all 4 of them, and we get war against evil against a Stalin. What? Have you broken a facade? Can I tell my relations with them might tell me? No? What have they done? How do I know what they've done? It's not really, it doesn't drive the story if I just don't know what happened. So yeah, we are going to have to reduce the size of our army, which is not ideal, especially because we won't get the manpower back. But let's disband these guys. And we got a big navy all of a sudden, including way more transports than makes any sense at all. So I guess I will sell all the transports. There we go, split them all up. And then these guys... How strong is this fleet? Not strong. Go deal with the fleet, and then we'll start protecting trade. I guess we should be collecting here, shouldn't we? How much are we transferring? 1.3 ducats. Let's try collecting with our main guy. 3.2 drops to what? Let's see, end of the month. Oh, actually went up. Interesting. And we're getting a bunch of money down here. Nice. That works. Justify my war. 5% aggressive expansion down. Hell yeah. What good timing. It's impeccable. Alright, well, on that note, I could blockade these guys. That might give me enough war score to get some money off them. Let's find out. And yeah, I've separated all these guys out so that we can sell them. I know there are mothballed forts. Right, you need disbanding. One over now. That's fine. Why can't you move? Oh, right, no cash. And you definitely need making states. They are full cause after all. Let's see, what's the actual autonomy here? Magister Academia in trouble. Lose influence. I simply don't have the money. I'm sorry. What's the real autonomy? 12%. Nice. Alright, and now suddenly we have loads of Diplo slots. So, we end the war, which is going to cause quite a few people to have the potential of joining a coalition, which is not good. Trust me, I know. Do I make you spit anyone out while we're here? Yes, I do. Both of those, I think. They're both going to be in the Empire. Do I need to control all this land in order to achieve the next war goals? Sorry, the next, you know, missions, though. The Actual Grand Duchy doesn't need, Which one is it? It's the Road to Divenhall requires those provinces. Okay. Subjugate this requires one of the following. Is part of the Empire or is owned by us. Nice. They thought it through. Knoll Hills, part of the Empire or owned by us, or owned by Hodenrak, which is this guy, right? Yeah, because now they're in. Riches of the Carrack. Those areas are all not going to be done. Integrate. That's you. Deal with you doesn't require. Okay, yeah, nice. So we can release these two and then subjugate. Ah, I can't quite do both. That's a shame. But that reduces the aggressive expansion, which is good. And it gives us a brand new member of the Empire. Another Knoll member of the Empire, which is fun. And we can seize land, which I can do immediately. Nice. Over 25% Crownland. It's almost like we just started the game. And now we take a look at the aggressive expansion impact. And suddenly, this map is actually good. Because it actually tells us what we need to know, which is who is eligible to join against us. And we come back off anyone who's positive relations. We work on these guys. And we need to get them above. They're going to flip outraged. We need to get them above 50 relations so that they stop being outraged. Good stuff. Not too bad at all. Yes, you are correct. That is very manageable. It's very manageable. They have high liberty desire. Who could have guessed? And yeah, paying us no money because they are disloyal. We should definitely improve relations with them immediately. So, this requires the provinces in question are owned by us or are non-tributary subjects. And we need a fort in Escan something or other. This one. Okay. We can do that. And Vineric needs 15 development and 2 buildings. And Rimond needs 15 development, 2 buildings, including a marketplace. Okay. All very doable. We don't have the money for it. Where should we get the money? Goward. It's unfortunate that I bet their general is now better than ours. Oh, with the general, Goward was going to be a A pushover. With Laurent helping, they may yet be. Yes! That is good stuff. Okay. So I've got the two Imperial bands. We'll go with this one. And where do I want to take Westermere? It's probably the easiest for us to get. Declaring will embolden the coalition, but as long as we make sure it stays small, it's not a big deal. I want to full call them. I surely do not. Any of you close? Yes, you are very close. So if we could just improve our Diplo rep, our wafer thin Diplo rep improvement, just a tiny bit of legitimacy, we'd be able to call you in. And I would like all the help I can get. And they have a great general, so we would certainly like that. Let's go with them. Right, yeah, and before we declare the war, it's time to shuffle around some electors. 30 on Istralor and Moonhaven is all we need. Hello, Istralor. Hello, Moonhaven. Sorry, I hope you've enjoyed your privileged position as an elector, but you choose the wrong side in a war. You know, in the game of lilacs, you win or you die or something. Upset masses has gone nice. Hedge mazes run rampant. So the Ascanti, I think, they're people that come from over here, right? The Magisterium is clearly not doing its property. Oh, Jesus. 2 stability? Okay, the other ones are easy enough. This is if you want to actually switch to mages, organization, guilds. We're not going to do that. I like the Magisterium. Magisterium should stay out of our business, lose influence. Magisterium opinion drops. You get some adventurers wanted ghost sightings in 3 places. Magisterium opinion goes up. We get some unrest. That's okay. And a 5% chance the Magisterium deal with it by wiping them out. Or send their own wizards. More loyalty, stability, cost modifier for quite a long time. Ah, but we switch from integration to tolerance. No, I'll deal with it myself. I'm a good mage. Hedge mages are practicing their magic illegally, pose a threat to our rule and the Magisterium's grip on wizarding. The Magisterium, by the way, someone take their grip on wizarding away from them, because they're freaking devil worshippers, man. Someone should do something about that. Not me. I'm busy, but someone else. I'm going to extend both those monopolies. Naval Doctrine. I always take ship trade power because I am a economy pilled gamer. Go protect. It might actually be better here because there's less trade power available. Let's try both. Transferring 1.2. We only get 24%. Yeah, we might as well. We might as well protect the place where we actually get more stuff. We should probably look at moving our trades capital soon as well. I think what I'm going to do is try and take all of the centers of trade in this end node, and then go from there. And then, obviously, hopefully, once we eventually unite the empire, then we get really dominant. But focus on controlling the southern region completely in the meantime. Sorry, I'm kind of crying just because that chance of that coalition really got me kind of heated. Oh, force limit shot up. Should have disbanded those troops. Oh well. Not going to drill the men because we need the men. We need the money, rather. Potions for adventure. The price of glass goes up. That's fun. That's a fun little system. Could designate these guys a march, but don't need to do that. You know what? We need to be starting to think about our next reform. Plowing through. Peace internally. Wow. One heretic province in the empire is actually hurting. Hang on, there isn't one heretic province. There's 2. One heretic province in the empire. Do you take this province out of the empire? Is it not part of the empire because it's an elector, so it looks like it is, but it's not? What does that say? The Thought? Excuse me? The Thought is the name given to the traditional gnomish philosophy. It's a theory of everything that explains how reality works. That's cool. Being touched by the thought drives people to material analysis. That's dope. Oh, sorry. It's probably said princes, not provinces. Yeah, it said princes. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, that's a problem, but still going to try and keep them liking me. Hey, can I have some crowns? 8 of them? That's terrible. I'll take some trust. In fact, maybe I'll take whatever will help you join this war. They're hopelessly in debt. Okay. Big Peak, I would like you to join the war as well. I don't think you would, even with a prepare for war. How many reasons does it give you? Why wouldn't it tell you in that screen how many it gave you? BP wood for land. Okay, yeah, I'm very happy with the idea of giving you lands. You're an imperial province after all. You can have Westmere. We're not going to do this yet, by the way, because I know we need to do this, but then we can get these guys in the same way if we need to. We have loads of favors on them. Wowza. And let's start trading some of those in. Get some trust. How long does prepare for war last, by the way? Do you get a... where do you even see it? I'm not sure you can see it. Okay. Coalition-wise, let's go back to some relation improving. By the way, I know when it gets over 50, they remove the outrage thing. Is that just because when you cross the 50 threshold, it causes opinions to be recalculated? If I reloaded the game, would that also make them recalculate them? I've always assumed it was over 50 because you can't have that attitude above when you have more than 50. Oh, right. It's time to sell our ships. But maybe it's actually... maybe it's actually that just triggers a reassessment. They begin reassessing the situation. Sorry, you don't want me singing. I know, and you have very good reason for it. Is anyone going to want to buy these ships, realistically? Everyone's already built up to their force limit, probably. But if I could just get a few measly ducats. Yeah, there's 10. A few measly ducats for my ships would be just great. You want them? Yeah, another 10. Hey, Istralor, I'm about to rip away your most important asset. You want to give me some money? No? It's funny that. How about you? Yeah. West Ham? So I think West Ham, these are the ones that sided with us, right? In the war. This is the portion of the portion of the old ruling family that decided to kind of switch sides and go with us. They should want to buy my ships then. That's my takeaway from the law. How about you? No, alright. That's enough. We'll just trash the rest. Cool. Some loan repayments. Can't afford them. Yeah, still quite deep in the hole. Let's just keep working on the coalition for now. Just waiting for the spy network strength. Nice, they added the silent repose. Salt crisis, that's unfortunate. Well, I'd like you to release it again. I'd also like to... elven monarchs prepare to marry other elves. Nuts. Well, I guess they're an elf as well, actually, so it probably would have been silly to marry them, hoping they'd die soon. They grow to 300. We'll see, we'll see. Reloading forces them to recalculate. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it is recalculating that actually helps, or if it's specifically because mead. Yuck. Drown them. Not good enough. Chuck them in the sea. Sorry. Orcish warband diminished by adventurers. Yes. One step closer to eradication. Ter, you want to ally me? No thanks. You know what? Now we've got these Diplo slots. Now we're a bit stronger. Anyone want to become a vassal? Yeah. This guy does. He is in the Empire, so I probably shouldn't vassalize him. Who do you want protection from? Oh, they don't have anything, actually. They're just weak. A diplomatic insult. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I love this. One of the best events in the game. You just get crazy opinion boost with a whole load of people. or, hear me out, you get the worst CB in the game. I mean, don't forget about the option to get the worst CB in the game. Gotta do some serious thought on that one. I've been paying for this fort for no reason. Oops. It is a good place to have a fort, but we definitely don't want to be using it right now. So should we move our trade capital? Yes, right? The question is just if do we want to move our trade capital down here instead? And I think the answer is no. I think even though we're not going to fully control this area until we have the Empire united, I'm okay with that, I think. Normally I'm not, and I'm kind of still not, but yeah, we'll move our trade capital here. If we eventually later want to move it here instead, that's okay. Although this place can't go directly to here. Yeah, so maybe I should put my trade capital down here for now. Oh. Ho-hum. The downside... Nah, we'll put it here. We'll put it here. So, might as well make it the actual capital. Seems fun. 185. Money is what we're short on right now. I know there's more diplo ideas to take, but we're going to do that. And then from here, we'll get rid of this diplomat. Sorry, this guy over there. We'll switch to here. It's at Dostomak, and then here we'll transfer, get the guy from Avancost out, and transfer as well. And there'll be a two-step chain. And we'll lose a bunch in this region, but this is the focus of our conquest anyway. So that should be okay. Let's see if that was a terrible idea. Right now, it's kind of a neutral idea. But I think in the future, it'll get better and better as we solidify our trade influence in this region. Okay, so if we just had 250 gold, we could do this immediately. What's the harm? Just a bit more debt. Just a little bit more debt. Boom. Increasing the Diplo rep. And increasing the reasons to elect. Good stuff. Rebuilding the Dove Road. We need Diplo rep of 5. Wow. And at least 3 countries who have an opinion of 100 and are in East Daneland. You can just make for more money. That's it. I don't normally read out chat comments while recording. I normally pause to talk to chat. But this is a really good joke from Zorts in chat. You can just make more money. There you go. It's just a button. It just gives you money. There's no downsides. Have you guys heard about this? Anyway, starts Dove Road construction, unlocking new regions in this region. Cool. So yeah, we need to work towards having 5 of that. And then Imperial Arsenal. 500 quid. 80% force limit. 10 heavy ships. Jesus. And this gives you Imperial shipyards. Local ship repair up. Lots of good stuff. And if unlocked, the Burgers Estate Steelblood Barons. That gives you 10% more flagship cannons for every 3 units of copper. Oh, that's so cool. I really like these like special privileges that scale as you scale. It's a very cool system. All right, Goward, I think your time has come. Oh no, sorry. Finish the mission. I don't need to improve with you anymore. So it's you that's one of the sticklers. BPEC, certainly you can have military access. Who are you at war with? You're not. Why are people asking me for military access? Did they change how the AI works? I swear the AI never used to ask for military access unless they were at war with someone. Am I just wrong about that? You are threatened by me, huh? Well, that's accurate. Independence supported. Oh, sorry. You support their independence, right? Regent Court Zealots completely overrun this whole region. That's fun. We pay 1 loan, unfortunately. Little bit of inflation. Oh my god! Okay, yeah, tragically, I definitely need to pay down that inflation. But we're now making buckets of ducats, which is great. Now we've integrated this land is pretty sweet. And you know what? Yeah, let's oh yeah, I still need to fix this. Let's lower the autonomy. basically wherever we can. I would like the money, please. The money, hand it over. All of it. Good. Okay. Yeah, so war with this guy seems good, as does war with Goward. But also just improving relations so more people back this. Right now a measly 11 back it. But we could just keep improving relations with, you know, members of the Empire. The old switcheroo on electors. It obviously changes who the electors are. What does it do, though? It unlocks more Forlorn, and it adds historical friend on the new electors. That's really good. It makes sense to make Irovar an elector. There's a I saw on a loading screen. There's a cultural tradition of making the electors representatives of the ethnic minorities, not ethnic minorities, but like, you know, species minorities within the empire. Lunar River identity with 50 quid. All countries with a capital in the Lunar River Basin province group have a 100 opinion of us, which is where? Down here. Okay, interesting. Gives Lunar River identity for 25 years, and we get some tax efficiency and stuff, and make some paper. That's oh, and 20 improved relations. That's pretty good. And then Defender of Anbennar. Complete new electors, have ramparts. No Empire of Anbennar province are owned by non-Anbennar, and all countries with a capital in the borders region like us. We get 30 years of reform progress growth and 2 Diplo rep. Hell yes. Become elector. That's cool. Okay, and then knightly legitimacy. 5 electors backing us. The end of the game. We get vassalization acceptance up, transfer trade acceptance up, 20% improved relations, and 10% imperial authority growth. Nice. Then the Wexand Renaissance. 3 advisors, skill level 3. Courthouses, loyal estates, level 6 in government reforms. You get the Grand Court of Wex, tier 6. Which gives you what? All advisors gain 1 or 2 additional modifiers scaling with their skill level. Oh, funky. And possible advisors go up by 3. That's a lot. Okay. Arbitration battles. I mean, these are all interesting. Especially scaling with skill level. What are the other level 7 government reforms? Administrative clergy. Free admin policies. I do like that a lot. To be honest. I might even prefer that. Nobility of the robe. Don't really like that. In fact, that seems terrible. 5% loyalty equivalent, but 10% influence just for a 10% leader cost? Saves you like 5 mil points once every so often? That's hopeless. Meritocratic recruitment, advisor costs down. See, that's nice. Advisor costs down, yearly corruption. But again, less loyalty than influence, which I don't like. And dynamic administration is, yeah, monarch admin skill up, the all influence down. Good later on. But yearly corruption just costs so much money. So it's between 1 free policy and magister influence is good. Nah, we'll go with the mission one. That seems fine. And then once we've had that, we can move the capital potentially, and it can move it anywhere on the Dove Road, I think, which is fun. And then pluricentric Anbennar. The whole idea of moving around where the capital is. In such an empire, even the most stubborn Wexand will be proud to be an Anbennarian. Can we make ourselves in the Anbennarian culture group? We can! Oh, crap! That invalidates this. Oh, well, you can just switch off it. Yeah. That's not so bad. Okay. I thought we were locked in, but no, that's fine. Because then we would want the cultural union, in case that wasn't clear. That's really cool. This mod, I'm so glad I went with the Context Center mod. It's really cool. Very cool. Very cool. And then also, if we get this Renaissance thing going, we can have Wex Lothane's Mage Academy. A great man and powerful mage's powerful ambition reshaped the trajectory of our nation. To honor his legacy, we'll establish a Mage Academy bearing his name. You need a Mage Tower, 20 development, expanded infrastructure, loyal magisters, and high army professionalism. No military power, no absolutism for the Battle Age Academies. Nice. You hire war wizards twice as often. And you get glass. And you get local development costs. That's sick. Excuse me. In where? Sorry, Vivanek. Weinrich. Where's that? Here. Cool. Why here? I guess just kind of near the capital. And so we need to make the people... The things I've taken away from that, by the way. People in the borders need to like us. It's one of them. For one of our one of those missions. This mission tree is really cool. Like, I mean... I like Paradox. I mean, they have problems, for sure. I still think they're the best. They've produced the best games that have ever been made. By some margin, in my opinion. But, I still do like Paradox. But, why isn't the autonomy going down here? Oh, it is. Just slowly. They've made the best games by some margin. Mission trees. Mission trees are not great. These mission trees are so cool. I mean, you know, there are very real, sensible comments about what it's reasonable to expect from an employee versus a modder. Because modders, you know, through dint of great effort, do end up spending way more time than employees tend to. Which sounds kind of crazy and as if the the employees aren't putting in the work they should. Why can't I walk here? We don't have military access. Don't I? No, I still never actually got that access. They're putting in less effort than they should, but when you consider the amount of time modders put into making mods, it basically just outstrips what it's plausible to ask. Like, I was going to say real people. Employees is what I mean, not real people. It outstrips what it's reasonable to ask real people. I said it. Modders are real people, for the record. Speaking as a modder. It outstrips what it's reasonable to ask employees to actually do. Which is crazy to think about, but is kind of true. There's our 20 dev, and spending a bit more of our mill. Which means we now just need a bunch of buildings for this. Yeah, 4 buildings and 1 expanded infrastructure. They are no longer a valid rival. Who was it? They were over here. You're no longer a valid rival. Wow, that's that feels like an endorsement. And now Laurent is the only valid rival. Okay, well, not yet. Not yet will I rival Laurent, but we will. First, we will use them in the north. But soon, let's just check everything is still in place for cornering these guys. Total army size is no longer 80% of our force limit. Yes, that is a fair point. Let's get a few more infantry. Should do it. Okay, no one is currently eligible. So let's just do the people who are kind of close to the edge. Actually, you're still eligible. Come back off this one. Go for you. Good. Yeah, I didn't really internalize what the requirements of all these missions were. But yeah, getting back the EOA provinces and making everybody love us was the TLDR, I think. And here comes this in 7 days. No, slightly more. Over the end of the month. So we need to get this one more tick. Don't get caught this tick for the first time in the whole spy network. That would be heartbreaking. Okay. We lose 10 Imperial Authority. No, we will declare war. I didn't realize that was going to happen. I didn't say that before, did it? Declare war on Movehaven and Istralor to transfer their electorship. Allies of both enemy nations will be called in. It did say that before, didn't it? Well, okay, we stay at peace a bit longer then, because I'd like to pass this reform first. It's going to cost us 10 Imperial Authority, which I'd rather not just waste. So, yeah, I guess we wait for a little bit longer here, which is fine. You know, we're in debt, so It's a good moment to be gaining some cash. Fort maintenance is still kind of costing us. Good. I can afford to turn this off now because there's no more devastation. Okay, so now we're making money here. I guess the 90% here is an additive modifier, and it was additive with the. No, I still don't. Yeah. No. Anyway, yearly income of 4 whole ducats just from that one province. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah. So let's just work on getting people to vote our way. We're gonna need. Realistically, we're going to need a little bit over 50. But I really don't want to have to lose 10 Imperial Authority. It doesn't require us to have 10, does it? Oh, it does, actually. So there's no harm in doing it early. Okay. Never mind. Pay the men. Raise the forts. Put the guy in charge. So, you are allied to Verin, and you are allied to these guys. Not a huge war. Much more of a difficult proposition now that terrible consort ruler, now that we don't have our god general, because this guy is still really good, but it's not as much just kind of you walk in and then GG instant victory, I think. Okay, boom, removing the Moon Party electors. To war. There we go. We have declared war with the transfer electorship. Does this war goal let us do other fun stuff, by the way? It does. You can take provinces from them. Does it give us a nice bonus? It doesn't. Shame. And how much does it cost to enforce? Remove Mooncarty electors. 60. Gives us 60 prestige. Wowza. Have another kid so that we can disinherit them, because we're going to get a bunch of prestige. Alright, march in. Let's get some stack wipes early. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. A measly 800 casualties in the shock phase there. A mere trifle compared to our previous highs. Let's just spread these guys out a bit. And yeah, we might get sieged in the south. That's okay. There's no prosperity in the south to harm. But if they come up north, then we may have to deal with them. But yes, our vassals should be on siege focus. Yes. These guys really have a tiny army. I guess they got pretty badly knocked around in that last war. Right, so... Oh, yeah, right! No! I didn't even think about it. We died, which means we'll reset all of our ruler magic. Oh, how frustrating. We're going to have to play as elves next, for sure. Just so that doesn't happen. Okay, so we've got Abjuration and Illusion. Well, Illusion is one of the fun ones, I think. The Diplo rep there is pretty good. Would that Diplo rep be enough for this? We have... Yeah, it would actually. We have 4.2. So you need 40 Imperial Authority and 3 people in both areas that like you. Okay, yeah. How long does this last? 5 years? That'll be long enough. Let's get that going. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, what should we study? Well, probably nothing, actually, because we need the Diplo rep right now, and we need the heirs. So we'll study once we have an heir. That seems good. Okay, so people in which region needs to like us for this? We'll obviously have the 40 Imperial Authority pretty soon. In Dameshead and in Esmaria, which is these two. Yes. Okay, and they need... What kind of relations do we need with them? Opinion of 100. Really don't have that 3 people in these regions that have opinion of 100 of us. That surprises me. We can fix that. Actually, I'm not certain we can fix out that particular guy, but anyway. Oh, no more destruction magic. How long will it take to just... You've got 5 years on this thing. It's evocation, isn't it? 1,000? Yeah, no, we need the air. We need the air. Carpet sieging my subject. It's not good. We'll after we win this siege, we'll go and deal with them. Or well, I should probably do it now, shouldn't I? What are you doing? Oh, I guess I did tell him to. I did tell him to siege, charge in. Maybe we should get a general. He's okay. Let's go deal with these guys. These guys to rally up. We'll send a few more troops. Okay, but we will finish the Transfer Elector War in the next episode. Until then, thank you so very much for watching. Things going pretty well. Coalition, you know, under control. Why are you in this war? Oh, because you're one of the new electors, of course. Cool. We should ally you. Can you ally them when you're in a war if they're in the war? You can. Nice. Yeah, I'd be happy to have an alliance with the Northern Elves. Cool. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.